So here it is, Great Eastern versus a massive tsunami. It's probably not going to end well. Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am back in Stormworks and we're going to be checking out the Great Eastern. This is a really cool build and actually used to be a real ship. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright, so here we are on board the Great Eastern, and fun fact, if my memory serves me correct, I believe this ship used to be the world's largest ship at one point in history. Unfortunately, it did get scrapped, so yeah, there it is, but let's go ahead and see if we can get the Great Eastern recreation in this game started and sailing. Now, taking a look inside, a lot of it is mainly empty, so you may be able to run this on a lower end device, but yeah, I guess that's something for you guys to experiment if you do have a device that is on the lower end. But yeah, let's go ahead and find where you actually steer and, well, start up the ship. How about over here? Oh, here we go. This is it. So, let's see. So we got engine on and off and lights, so we'll turn the engine on. And we'll go ahead and get the throttles going forward. Alright, and there we go, look at that. Alright, so here we are at the very front of the ship. And yeah. Oh, well, I just fell over. There we go. And I'm being run over. So there it is. Uh-oh. This is gonna get a lot worse. And yep, there it is. I'm getting ripped apart by the paddle wheel. Alright, anyways, let's continue over to the stern, and it looks like it's just some of these seating spaces, and that's pretty much it. And that's completely fine. I mean, this is a mammoth ship, so having interior might lag a lot, and yeah, it's just really cool we get to see it in game. But with that, let's go ahead and raise the winds and the waves, and see how well the Great Eastern does in a hurricane. Alright, so we got the storm now, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel pretty safe on a ship like this in a storm like this. And the reason being is it's just so big that the waves just don't have much of an effect on it. I do want to test it against a waterspout or a tornado, which we can actually spawn in, so yeah, we might do that in just a moment. But let's go down here. Now, I will say, standing here, this is a little more sketchy because, well, the waves are so close, and one big wave could wash us overboard, and yeah, that would be it. But anyways, tornado time. We're going to sail directly into this tornado and find out what happens. Or should I say, for the more correct term, waterspout. We're just going to try to sail directly ahead. I'm not going to move the ship left or right. So, yeah, here we go. Yeah, with a lean like this, you'd imagine all of the stuff inside the ship would start falling over, and oh my gosh, yep, it's really starting to tilt over now. Holy cow, I think we're getting spun around the tornado here. Oh my gosh, the winds are trying to pull me into the tornado. Oh wow, it's on the deck of the ship. This is not good. I'm getting lofted. Oh wow. Alright, so I had to teleport back so that I could watch this, and yeah, it is ripping apart the Great Eastern here. It is not looking good. It's almost fully capsizing, but the buoyancy is keeping it upright. However, this waterspout is just destroying the ship right now. Alright, I'm now in an interior portion of the ship. We are still being attacked by the waterspout slash tornado, and it's not going real well, but it looks like maybe it's dissipating. Yes, it is. Very nice. Look at that. So you can see the swath of damage all the way along the ship on both sides. And, yeah, we got a lifeboat hanging from the side. Sort of like a ghost ship. I mean, if you rolled up to this abandoned vessel, I mean, that'd be pretty spooky. But I'm not done yet. We're going to continue to destroy this ship until it sinks. Next up, Whirlpool. Alright, so I'm going to spawn it here, and I'm going to see if it pulls the ship into the swirling water tornado. Not a water spout, but like a tornado in the water. It's like when you pull the plug on the sink and it's filled with water, it creates a little suction vortice. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Alright, here we go. Oh wow, look at these waves moving fast. Oh, we are already screwed. Yep, here we go, folks. It is going down. You know what? I bet I can just walk on the deck of the ship like this. Yeah, look at that. This is pretty weird. I'm walking on a ship, and I can quite literally stand in the middle of the ship, and look down and see the center of the whirlpool. So the ship did survive the whirlpool and the water spout. So with that, I think we'll just do a quick damage assessment and then try something else. I will say, the ship does have a slight lean. I'm starting to wonder if we have any water getting into the ship. We seem to have a slight structural failure occurring in this part of the ship. Doesn't surprise me with the torture we put it through. Okay, yeah, the lean is getting a lot worse, and I'm noticing that the ship is also tilting forward. So, if I had to guess, water is now in the ship, and it's going down. Now, I think we can actually make this sinking a little more interesting, and we can do that by introducing a storm again. We'll not make it as crazy as the one earlier, but it'll still be a storm, and it'll make the sinking something more unique than just, well, this. Okay, so ideally in a storm, right, you'd want to go inside and stay away from the waves. But at the same time, this is a sinking ship. If I go inside, I could be in danger of going down with the ship, which, you know, that ideally is not the situation you want to be in. Yeah, the ship is really starting to get low in the water at this point, a lot lower than it was before. The water is probably crashing over and flooding into the ship, so that's what's doing it. Which is a bit more interesting than sinking it in, well, calm weather. And you know what? Just for fun, we haven't tried a tsunami yet. We're still sinking. Probably nothing's really going to change with this, but it'll still be cool to see. The sinking Great Eastern versus a huge tsunami. Well, wherever it is right now. It's probably approaching pretty fast, but we just can't see it yet. And if you're wondering what the ship looks like from a really far distance, this is it. It is definitely in peril, I would say. Oh my gosh. Realistically, these waves would be destroying everything on the deck of the ship. Like all these little buildings and superstructure bits, they'd all be ripped off. I mean, these waves are pretty destructive, but in Stormworks we don't have that simulated, so yeah. So here it is, Great Eastern versus a massive tsunami. It's probably not going to end well. Here we go. I will say the tsunamis look 10 times more epic in storms rather than just spawning them without any wind. Holy cow. In other news, the Great Eastern has gone, well, partially airborne. And there it is. It has survived. So yeah, if you want a tip on how to sink your ships faster, I wouldn't know why you'd want to do that unless you were playing an insurance scam. But if you were and needed to sink a ship, a storm is definitely going to accelerate that process. As you can see here, we have dropped really far underwater. I'm going to turn the storm off so we can see how far the ship is now under the water. Okay, so there we go, and as you can see, wow. Alright, this is a lot worse than when we put the storm on, and you can see at this point, it's going to start going under super fast. Usually when a ship's superstructure or deck starts to flood, there's a lot of openings there. You've got vents, doors, hatches, all that sort of stuff. And if water does make its way into that, and it's not sealed off, then you're going to have a lot of flooding, and thus the ship is going to go down. And we are quite literally seeing the plunge, or the final moments of this ship. If I stand here, you'll actually watch the water literally flood back, and, well, consume whatever's left of the Great Eastern here. Okay, I'm jumping over the railing here, and yeah, this ship is going down fast. Now, because the ship is so large, it might actually strike the bottom before it sinks all the way down. So, we'll see what happens. I'm predicting that, but maybe the ocean is so deep here that we won't have to worry about it. So that is it, folks. The Great Eastern, a pretty accurate build it looks like, is sinking to the bottom. And yeah, if you want to download it yourself, a link will be in the description. You may have to use a more higher end computer to run it, but who knows? Without the interior, it might make it a little less laggy. And here it is, folks. This is it. This is the very end of the Great Eastern if it were to sink from a bunch of storms in the Atlantic. There it goes. Alright, so with that, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and a comment, and I'll see you all next time, guys. Goodbye.